The Steel Kings. Why tanks still rule, la? When you see a tank you know it's serious business. These machines, they are like the kings of the battlefield really. Got big guns, got thick armor, can go almost anywhere. Even today with all the drones and smart bombs, the tank is still very important. It gives soldiers on the ground a lot of confidence, knowing got such a powerful friend nearby. The sound alone, the rumble of its engine can make the enemy think twice. 1. It's a symbol of power, a real force to be reckoned with, no doubt about it. The tank is not just about brute force though. It's a very complex piece of engineering, you know. So many things must work together perfectly. The crew inside, they must be very well trained, very cool under pressure. Imagine sitting inside a metal box, with all the noise and shaking, and still have to fight effectively. It's not an easy job. Confirm plus chop. But when a tank rolls out, it projects power, it can break through enemy lines, and it can protect the infantry. This combination is why it's still so dominant. As long as there are battles to be fought on the ground, you can bet tanks will be there, leading the charge or holding the line. They are the Steel Kings, and their reign is far from over, I tell you. Inside the beast, what makes a tank go, eh? A tank is more than just a big gun on tracks, you see. Many important parts work together. First, the engine, very powerful one. Can be diesel, can be a gas turbine like in some fancy cars, but much bigger. This engine needs to move many tons of steel, sometimes very fast across difficult terrain. So, it must be very strong and also quite reliable because if your engine kaput in a fight, then you are in big trouble, man. This powerhouse is usually at the back, well protected. Then you got the tracks. These are not like normal tires, you know. They are made of many linked metal pieces. This allows the tank to spread its heavy weight over a large area, so it doesn't sink into soft ground so easily, can cross mud, sand, even some trenches. The tracks are driven by big sprocket wheels, powered by the engine through a complex transmission. Keeping these tracks in good condition is a lot of work for the crew, always checking and adjusting. But without them, the tank is just a sitting duck, cannot move. The main gun, that's the tank's primary weapon, its voice on the battlefield. Modern tank guns are usually smoothbore, meaning the inside of the barrel is smooth, not rifled like older guns. Skin like steel plus more. How tank armor got so tough. Tank armor started simple, just thick steel plates, you know. In World War I and II, the idea was mostly thicker is better. If your enemy got a bigger gun, you need thicker steel. This led to some very heavy tanks. But just making steel thicker and thicker has limits. The tank becomes too heavy, too slow, and the engine has to work too hard. So engineers started looking for smarter ways to protect the tank, not just by adding more weight. This was the beginning of advanced armor. Then came composite armor, a real game changer. This is not just one material but layers of different things. Think of it like a sandwich, la. You might have steel, ceramics, special plastics, even air gaps all bonded together. Each layer does something different to stop an incoming shell or missile. Ceramics are very hard and can shatter a projectile. Other layers can absorb the blast energy or disrupt the jet from a heat round. This way you can get better protection than plain steel, but for less weight. Many modern tanks use this kind of advanced Chobham-type armor. After composite armor, they developed explosive reactive armor, or ERA. Section 4. See far, shoot straight. The tank's sharp eyes and steady hand. A big gun is no use if you cannot hit anything, right? So, modern tanks have very sophisticated targeting systems. The gunner doesn't just look through a simple scope anymore. They have advanced sights with thermal imagers. This means they can see heat signatures, so they can spot enemy tanks or soldiers even at night, or through smoke and fog. It's like having superhero vision, can see things the naked eye cannot. This ability to see the enemy first is a huge advantage, can shoot before they even know you are there. Then there's the laser rangefinder. This is a very important tool. The gunner aims the sight at the target, presses a button, and a laser beam shoots out. The beam bounces off the target and comes back. The system measures how long this takes, and because light speed is known, it can calculate the exact distance to the target, very accurately. This information is fed into the tank's fire control computer. Knowing the precise range is critical for getting the first shot to hit, especially at longer distances where the shell drops more. The fire control computer is like the tank's brain for shooting. It takes the range from the laser rangefinder and also other information. Section 5. The long haul, keeping these monsters fed and fit. Tanks are thirsty beasts, la. Their powerful engines drink a lot of fuel. An M1 Abrams, for example, with its gas turbine engine, can burn through fuel like nobody's business. We're talking hundreds of liters for just 100 kilometers, sometimes even more depending on the terrain and how hard it's driven. Diesel engines are usually a bit more economical, but still, these are not your average family car. So, a big part of using tanks is making sure they have enough fuel. This means a huge logistics train of fuel trucks following them around. Maintenance is another big thing. Tanks are complex machines with many moving parts operating under very harsh conditions. Things break, things wear out. The tracks need constant attention, the engine needs regular servicing, the gun and targeting systems need calibration. A lot of this work can be done by the crew themselves, they are trained for it. But for bigger jobs, you need specialized mechanics and workshops. Keeping a fleet of tanks combat ready is a massive undertaking. If you don't do the maintenance properly, your expensive tanks won't be reliable when you need them most. Then there's getting the tanks to where they need to be. These things are heavy, man. Section 6, Famous Fighters, the Abrams and Leopard, showing how it's done. When people talk about top tanks, two names always come up: the American M1 Abrams and the German Leopard 2. These are like the superstars of the tank world, really. The M1 Abrams, famous for its Chaubum-type composite armor and powerful gas turbine engine, has seen a lot of action, especially in the Gulf War and Iraq. The Abrams has been upgraded many times with better armor, sensors, and electronics. Its 120 mm smoothbore gun is very effective. The Leopard 2 from Germany is also highly respected, used by many European armies. It has a 120 mm smoothbore gun and excellent composite armor. The Leopard 2 uses a more fuel-efficient diesel engine, giving it greater range. It's known for its excellent balance of firepower, mobility, and protection. Section 7, the perfect mix, balancing power, speed, and staying alive. What makes a good tank? It's all about balance. Firepower to destroy targets, mobility to move quickly and avoid fire, protection to keep the crew safe. This is the iron triangle of tank design. It's a constant balancing act. Thick armor means a heavier tank. Heavier tanks need more powerful engines. Bigger tanks are easier targets. Speed might mean less armor. Big guns can unbalance the vehicle. Designers must find the sweet spot. Different countries prioritize different aspects. Some emphasize armor and survivability. Others prioritize speed and agility. There's no perfect tank for every situation.